Indeed it is showtime, everybody. Welcome to the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser. This is your formidable host, Ultra Maximus. How's everybody doing? You never missed the intro. Well, that's amazing of you. I appreciate you trying to hold such high standards of watching. Mr. Eric S. Hurd in the building, everybody. This is the opportunity where I'm going to tell you guys to make sure that you are, of course, sharing this with your like-minded comic book friends, either on IG, text message, Facebook, wherever, Twitter even, And of course, if you're watching this video on the rewind, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Don't forget to leave me a comment after the video has ended. And shout out to the wonderful people in the live chat here. Dave Collects, Batmite, Eric S. Hurd, HK Wifey 420, Thunder, Free Energy. Good to see all you guys in the live stream. I appreciate ya. And so don't forget, again, like and share the video. Let's get this thing rolling, everybody. This is the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser. But before we get in here, again, I want to remind you guys, I am the Ultra Maximus, and you can, of course, find me here on this wonderful YouTube channel where I've got over 900 subscribers because you guys are helping me out on my way to 1,000. And on my way to 1,000, I'm doing this thing called the Ultra Box. And this thing's loaded with a bunch of goodies, and it's basically going to need a freight train in order to deliver it to its new owner. But you know what? That's the consequences I'm taking. So right now we are 67 subscribers away from the coveted 1,000. And then once YouTube has sent me that wonderful confirmation email letting me know that I have successfully broken through their gates, well, then it's going to be time to give this puppy away. So make sure you guys are following the channel, following me on all these other places, of course. Make sure that you do. And, of course, yes, happy new comic book day to everybody in the live chat. But, of course, we got celebrity in the live chat, everybody. Mr. Eric S. Hurd has multiple comic covers under his belt. And, of course, he's done some exceptional logo work for not only myself, but also for Mama Comic. And shout out to you, Eric, for all of the wonderful things you've done for the comic book community. And, of course, for your co-working with Mighty Mel V over there on It's Drunken Chat for your work on Melcast. And of course, you guys are great, and of course, you guys love my music. And of course, it's not mine. It's actually copyright free and royalty free, provided by these guys right here, Wipeout Audio. Make sure that you do follow them over here on YouTube. They also do have themselves a wonderful Spotify channel that you need to, give them some follows. They also got wipeoutaudio.com. Stellar stuff. And just because I like the dark synth stuff doesn't mean that that's what you need to necessarily use. But anyway, no, thank you, Eric. You are a great person, and I thank you for everything you've done. We got more work for Eric coming through the pipeline here. I just got some managerial meeting problems. Oh yeah, that's the sip. That's the sound of a sip from a fresh pressed coffee, everybody. But I gotta do that to just keep everything kind of lubricated up so I can continue to talk at this million miles per hour. But don't forget our buddies over there at Comic Barricade doing exceptional things for the comic book community with their wonderful product, which this right here is an amazing thing. If you don't understand what Comic Barricade does by the picture, well then I don't know how to help you other than to give you 10% off by using the code ULTRA. Make sure you hit them up, everybody. Good people, good product. So here we go. WantedComics.com is in the building, everybody, and of course he is loading up eBay with a bunch of good things. And if you didn't see the Oblivion songs with the pink logo that he was loading up there, then you just need to know that he loaded up the eBay store again. So shout out to you, Drew, for feeding the sharks, and the sharks appreciate you, I'm sure. But don't forget to check out all the other exclusives that Drew has offered. And of course, when it comes to his back issues, he's got them loaded up on his eBay page and of course his web store. So he's also one of the great people in the community and he's giving me stuff for giveaways. So yeah, we're gonna do that tonight, I think. No, actually, no. We're going to do it next week because I don't have it together. But don't forget, no super chats until we have 1,000 plus subscribers on the channel. If you do feel frisky and you want to continue to contribute to my comic book journalism endeavor, well, you can do so at paypal.me/ultramaximus. So there it is, everybody. And what is going on? My machine decided to do something crazy. And of course, now it is embedding fonts. So I'm going to have to kill this thing for a minute. This is crazy. What are you doing? All right, hang tight, everybody. We got technical difficulties going on. The the presentation froze, it's because it's yelling at me for not saving before relaunching. So, yeah, you know, it happens to the best of us. So just sit tight with me, everybody, and shout out to everybody in the live chat again. Big Remo, hit him up for sure, man. And glad we can make that connection. So, I got good news for you guys, everybody. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on, and once my computer decides it likes me again, because this thing is literally not responding, I can't do anything. All right, so in the meantime, we're going to enjoy some music, so you guys sit tight while I get things fired up. Almost ready to get it back, man. Almost ready. It's having to save the document twice. Once automatically, without my consent. Once with. And unfortunately, my computer is running a million things in the background. CPU usage is only at 19.6%, though. It's good to have these kind of analytics, right? And we are almost back. This is killer. It's like watching the loading bar on a PS1 game. Are good. There. We'll work all week on doing this for you guys. And it all goes to crap with one automatic save. Yeah, I think maybe I got to turn autosave off because they're killing me here. All right. I think we're back. We're back. All right. Yeah, and they say Microsoft isn't a spy program. Pfft, that's not true. They're totally spying. All right, everybody. So let's kick it. So again, don't forget to subscribe. Click the notification bell for notifications for when we go live here, because we do go live, you know, odd times sometimes. Follows are always appreciated, of course, here on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. And you can catch all of those links at the top of my channel in the bottom right-hand corner on the third Ultra Maximus logo. So, with that being said, everybody, I want to say a quick hello to you before we get diving into the new releases of the week. Hello, everybody. It is Ultra Maximus. I am in the house. I am tied up. And I hope you all are well. So, let's kick it. Let's get back into the books. And see, what did you maybe pick up this week? But before we get into books, I believe we got some other things to talk about, being that it is the 25th of August, 2021. And the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser usually starts off with what is called the top story. So let's see what top story I got. There we go. There's our Raw report, and it's got the wrong date down there. That sucks. Anyway, No Way Home trailer drop is our top story of the week because it broke the internet. No Way Home's trailer had more clicks than Endgame. More clicks than Endgame. That's pretty bold, considering what we have here, everybody. There's going to be some spoilerific scenes from this if you didn't see some of the stills. Well, of course, there's the Sanctum Sanctorum, and obviously there is no hole in the ceiling, especially not where the Hulk came through, because he came crashing down through that window the first time, and it has already been fixed. So the reason for the snow is not yet known. However, what if Stephen Strange is possessed himself? But we don't know what's going on here, but this is one of the stills that I caught. Just some very interesting stuff. So he's casting a spell, and of course Peter's doing his normal thing, like, hey man, well maybe Aunt May still needs to know, and MJ needs to know, and then my best friend Ned. So the people that he needs to know, but next thing we know, there's lots of assumptions of things going on in Peter's world. This is a very, very bad frame, but this is supposed to be the lizard. This obviously is a pumpkin bomb, and there's no doubt we don't know which goblin this is. Is this Hobgoblin or is this Greek Goblin? It could be either. Now, this one was interesting because somebody had said that there's two of them here, and that the sand and the lightning are Sandman and Electro. And then the big spoilerific reveal at the end of the trailer. Doc Ock, everybody. So we already knew Melina, already blabbed about it, and then of course Peter is obviously still rocking the Iron Spider. Right? Is he? Or is this another Peter from a different universe? We don't know yet, everybody. We don't know. Because we could be seeing right here is the Peter from another universe getting killed. But leave me a comment below real quick. But there's one other thing. So months and months back, I shared this on my Ultra Maximus Facebook page, which is one of the many incentives to follow me over there. But we have a situation here where a lot of people, we've seen the spike in Miles Morales' first appearance. We've also seen the teasing of the Feast truck in multiple spots. Now, we don't know if this is a background thing or if this is actually some big deal. Like this one was pulled off of Twitter, so you can find this in the No Way Home Twitter threads. But there's another one that was an IG post, and somebody sent it to me again, so I want to give a quick shout out to my source who sent this one to me, even though I'd seen the picture months ago. This is chef_RD Harris 31, and he asked me a question. He said, "Fake or real?" Okay, so this is an old picture on the right, at least. The picture on the right was taken from the same time we got our first drop of information that Feast was going to be there, and this is when everybody started speculating on Miles showing up, and then all of a sudden the Miles book started going crazy. So maybe there is a little bit of movie spec behind the Miles appearance, but how big of an appearance is it going to be, if it is even an appearance at all? And you know what? I really think that you guys need to know that I have a feeling that we're going to see, if we do get to see any other Spider-Man, it's going to be in the last 10-15 minutes of the movie. I think that's it. I think that's all they're going to give you. You know why? Because they don't want to, Tom Holland is our star Spider-Man. They're not going to give the spotlight to any of the other Spider-Men, despite what's going on there. So, let's talk about books of the week, everybody, because I know this is a big one for you here. And, okay, so this one's going to get an honorable mention just because it is a 1 in 25. And it's selling for a little under ratio, a little over ratio. So it's such a good homage cover, and it is a hot title that it was kind of hyped by a lot of people. Technically, it has a first appearance in it, and stick around for the later part of the show where we talk about the contents of this book. But there's a reason why it only made it to the Book of the Week honorable mention. Now, The runner-up of Book of the Week this week is, of course, Symbiote Spider-Man Crossroads number 2, 1 in 25. And check out that half-venomized face that's on this thing with an amazing cover swipe and a homage back to the old Peter Parker Spider-Man 101. This is right here. The reason why I gave it the runner-up is also because it is trending very high, trending 3 times ratio. But you know what? It's really, really hard to dethrone. And that's not a Symbiote Spider-Man Crossroads number 2, 1 in 25 variant. And apparently the auto save didn't save the updated version of this thing. That is actually your King Spawn number 1 in 1000 signed Todd McFarlane variant. So that is your Book of the Week, everybody, because it's hard to dethrone a 1 in 1000 that had pre-sales out the gate. But that is your Book of the Week. And let me know what you think by leaving me a comment below. And let's talk about the releases of the week now. The Aardvark Vanaheim giving us the Crisis on Infinite Quarantine one-shot. Next up, Ablaze Publishing dropping Gung Ho Anger number 4. There's your cover A by Clark. Here is your cover B by Tormey. Your cover C. Your cover D. And then your incentives. You had a 10 copy, 20 copy, and then your 30 copy, which is weird because they put a 20 copy as your black and white, which normally they've been doing it the other way around. But kudos to them for getting it right and getting the color as the higher ratio, because I think that's what everybody wants. Aftershock is shattering your expectations with The Girls of Dimension 13. That was number 5. This is Phantom on the Scan number 5. So that means these 2 series are ending. Let me know what you think of these guys. If you have read them, and if you are reading them, let me know if you throw them in the read pile, as well as this Project Patron right here. Seven Swords drops issue number 3. Silver City giving us issue number 4. We Live giving us number 4 and a second printing of that one. All right, everybody. Moving on to Albatross. Lester of the Lesser Gods. One shot. All hail Lester. There's your cover B for Lester. And he's an Axeman, which is cool. I can respect an Axeman. You know, I'm definitely more, of a, nuclear weapon type of guy. But, I respect for the Axeman. Anyway, American Mythology Productions. Beyond the Furthest Star. Cover A. Cover B. And then you have your cover C, which was your limited edition. The Living Corpses Relics number 2, the Encore edition. And then the limited edition black and white raw cover. I'm not going to mess that one. Across Savage Seas. Pellucider? Okay. Yeah, this is where even knowing English very well, English is 3 languages disguised as 1, so it's definitely a little bit of a weird thing. But here's your cover B for this one, and then here is your cover C, which is your character design variant. The Robonic Stooges. Cover B from issue number 2. And then cover C. Oh, yeah. Turn us back real quick, because that's a Fantastic Four homage. Pretty cool. All right. And then we've got Techno Freak number 1. For the Love of Loretta. So this is a 3-issue miniseries. But you know what? We might have to take a look at what's inside the guts of this one, because look at this guy, right? That's wild. But of course, it had that red kryptonite. Zorro New World number 2. Zorro New World number 2, cover B. That's going to wrap it up for them. Antarctic Press Horror Black and White trade paperback. So I don't know why I put a trade paperback on here. I normally don't. But I think this thing has been... the horror comics thing is pretty cool. Mirka Andolfo did a variant for him a little bit. Way back. Kamala Harris coloring book. Steam Wars coloring book. And I would much rather have the Steam Wars. Because the other one's just going to be mustaches and glasses, and nobody's about that life. At least not the comic book people I know. Archie. World of Archie Jumbo Comics Digest, number 112. Riverdale High, established 1941. It says, welcome back, students. Welcome back, Cotter. Artist, Writers, and Artisans. Resistance Uprising, number 5 of a 6-issue miniseries. So the penultimate issue. Aspen Comics. Dropping that Fathom. Reprint edition, number 1. So, you know, it's always good for Michael Turner, especially Michael Turner's family, to get a little bit of proceeds off of his work. $1.99 for a Fathom, number 1, though. That's a pretty good deal. And Avatar Press. Dropping some really gory stuff. So if you're not into the gore, you know, come back in about a minute, because we got a bunch of books to go through here, about 20 of them. Yep, that one honestly puts the Starface Man to shame. That last one, that was hardcore. But David Lapham here got Caligula, Heart of Rome, the gore covers. And then Chronicles of Wormwood, Last Battle, number 1, pure art variant. Crossed, number 1. Mimic, number 1. NWO, 50 Shades. Alright, and then Cross Plus 100, Mimic, number 1, NWO, 50 Shades, Vigil variant. And then here's your plus 100 Mimic, number 3, NWO 50 Shades Burroughs variant. And then your number 3. And then your number 5. And I mean, these are all just twisted as crossed as normally. So there's your issue 6, and then issue 6B variant. And then here we go. So Escape the Living Dead original gore covers. So this is a set. So it's a 5 count of, I guess, these covers. God is Dead, Book of Acts, Alpha, Divine variant. And then here is your Pure Art variant. And then here is your Omega Divine variant. And then your Omega Pure Art variant. Living Dead leather cover set, and this is a 3 count. And then Mercury Heat Interstellar Designs bag set. So that's an 8 count. And then Night of the Living Dead Aftermath, number 1, the Austin VIP variant. And then the Night of the Living Dead Day of the Dead movie poster edition. Night of the Living Dead singles gore covers. Set of 6. And then Plague Living Dead gore cover set, and that's a 7 count. And Snowmen leather covers set, number 4 count, and it's a 4 count. Okay. And then Uber number 1, the VIP Phoenix variant. Uber number 10, the VIP London variant. And that's going to round it up for Avatar Press. Whoa, we're still in the A's, everybody. That's crazy. All right, Everfrost from Black Mask giving us issue number 3. And then next we've got Boundless, and Boundless is giving us Brian Polito's Lady Death, and then it's the Lady Death Abandoned Hope commemorative set. Abandoned All Hope, and then here is the Masterworks Blacklands gold foil set, the Sultry Singles gold foil set, and then the Wicked Bikini commemorative gold foil set. Or, I'm sorry, not gold foil also. I thought it was. The Mercy leather set, which is your 2 count. That's also, I mean, these are all technically Avatar Press as well, which is really, really funny. Near X leather, the set. But they are listed under a different publisher, which gives them credence, right? Broadsword Comics giving us Tarot, Witch of the Black Rose. Now, this is issue number 129, which shipped with an A and a B cover, which is filled 50-50 at random. And then they have your cover C, which is your incentive. All right. Make Comics I forget what CEX actually meant. It's a different name, but yeah. Stud and the Blood Blade, number 1, cover A. Cover B. And that's going to round it out for them. Up next is Heavy Metal. Black Beacon, number 2. Modern Frankenstein, number 5, cover A. And then here's your Modern Frankenstein, cover B, incentive. Oh yeah, you know, let's just have a battle of a cobra and maybe a venomous or maybe a non-venomous snake just happen right in front of me, just in case the cobra misses, you know. Sounds like a fun time. Mad Cave, giving us Beckstar, number 4. Knights of the Golden Sun, number 13. All right, so Scout Comics, Broken Souls Ballad, number 2. Life Formed, number 1. Midnight Western Theater. Rabid World, that's number 3. And that's going to do it for Scout. And then on to Scoot, Action Tank. I don't know, it looks kind of cool. It looks like a kid kind of playing Captain America with the, you know, some padding on. Hopefully he's not out there doing superhero stuff unless he's got superhero powers, but hopefully more power to him. Source Point Press giving us Boston Metaphysical Society Spirit of Rebellion one-shot. Broken Gargoyles Sin and Virtue, number 3. Cult of Dracula, number 6, cover A. And then here's your Shannon Mayer, cover B. Darling, number 3, cover A. And there's your cover B. And Runes! Bloody Runes! Shout out to Max Cavalera of Sepultura. Roots, everybody, just so you know. But it fit well. You know, as a joke, I slid it in there. I went for it. No holding me back. Suicide Jockeys, number 1. And for everybody who is a big fan of Roadhouse, if you call yourself a Roadhouse fan and you do not have this Roadhouse variant, you are no longer a big fan of Roadhouse. Peter Griffin would definitely tell you Roadhouse and then kick you. So make sure you get this one if you're a Roadhouse fan. R.I.P. to the Swayze. Touching Evil, number 16. And that's going to wrap it up for them. Next up, we got Titan Comics. Blade Runner 2029, number 7, cover A. Cover B. Cover C. Cover D. Oh, cover D is the Pride of a C variant. There we go. Horizon Zero Dawn, Liberation, number 2. Cover A. And that one's by Franny, which is pretty cool. Here's your cover B, which is your game art. And then here is your cover C. Cover D. Franny FOC. And that's going on. Valiant. Ninjak number 2, cover A. Nakayama. Ninjak number 2, cover B. And then Ninjak's pre-order variant. Now, I didn't see an incentive listed for issue number 2, meaning that they only had one for issue number 1. So the remaining variants are going to be these pre-order variants unless they decide that they, you know, are selling enough books to warrant themselves an incentive. So be on the lookout for those for you Valiant fans, because Valiant fans, you guys are hardcore. Vault Barbaric number 3. Barbaric number 3, cover B. Barbaric number 3, cover C. And this is your Tim Seeley black bag variant, so I have not seen what's inside the bag. If you've seen what's inside the bag and you think it's newsworthy, tag me in a picture on IG, on Twitter, or wherever you might see it. And let's see, you know, see what might actually be going on in here. But Barbaric number 3 is his axe screaming for blood. So there you go. Blue Flame number 4, and then the Blue Flame cover B. That's going to do it for Vault. Up next is the old Zenoscope, and Zenoscope gave us 3 covers this week, and here's your cover art for those. The Grim Red Agent Beast of Belgium, cover A, your cover B, and then your cover C. All right. Dark Blood number 1 dropping a 3rd printing today. Dark Blood number 2, cover A, cover B, and then they did have 2 incentives. You had a 10 copy incentive, and then you had this 25 copy incentive. I didn't see any 1 per stores this time around, but that doesn't necessarily mean there wasn't any unlockables, so might have missed that one. Let me know in the comments below if you did see any unlockables hitting shelves. But Dune, House Atreides, number 9 of a 12-issue series, and I think the other house is going to be coming up here soon. So I am thankful for HBO Max, and I look forward to October when I don't have to go to the theater to watch Dune. I can just sit at my house and watch it. So shout out for that. Then here's your cover B by Christian Ward. 25 copy incentive. 50 copy incentive by Christian Ward, which makes things fantastic. Because Ward doing a 50 copy is nuts. But that's Boom. Boom's been putting him to work. Firefly number 32, cover A by Bengal. There's your cover B by Carpenter. And then here is your cover D, which is your 25 copy incentive. There's your cover C, which is your 10 copy. And I'm sorry I got those backwards. That was weird. Copy and paste fingers are all messed up. Good Luck number 3 of a 5-issue series. There's your cover A. And then your cover B was your 25 copy incentive. Now, Good Luck also, again, randomly filled foil variants of issue number 1. Thanks, Comics Talk Weekly. Shout out to the Spine Takes crew. But yes, that is where that one, that information came from. Yeah, man, Nate, I'm hoping so too, man. It's going to be a big deal if the new Dune holds up to the original. Something is Killing the Kids, number 19. And then this is your 25 copy incentive variant. I know this one was quite popular amongst people. Still is. Such a crazy hot book. Crazy, crazy hot book. Dark Horse Comics, Far Cry, Rite of Passage, number 3 of 3. And then here's your Norse Mythology 2, number 3. And then here is your Norse Mythology 2, number 3, cover B. Betty Page and the Curse of the Banshee, cover M. That was a limited version left over from last week. And then here is your Deja Thoris, John Carter of Mars. Yep. Sure is a Perillo, everybody. Yeah, that's crazy, Free Energy. You never know, man. You never know. And then Deja Thoris versus John Carter, cover B by Linsner. And then here is your cover C, your cover D cosplay, your 10 copy, your 20 copy, your 25 copy, your 30 copy cosplay, your 40 copy, your 50 copy, and then we have your Perillo limited version, your Linsner limited version, your Miracolo limited version, and then Fiumara limited version. And this is the artist, cover N premium Fiumara. I believe they did a cover for, pardon me, I forgot to put my phone on silent and it's been going off in the background here. Deja Thoris, this artist did a cover for Wonder Woman, I think. I'll have to go back and check on that because I'm pretty sure that's where I recognize the name from. But then there's your 7 copy FOC incentive, and then your cover P 11 copy FOC incentive. Deja Thoris versus John Carter of Mars, cover Q, 21 copy FOC. All right, and then Sonya Versal number 7, cover A by Perillo, cover B by Linsner, cover C, cover D by Yoon, cover E cosplay, 10 copy incentive, 15 copy, 20 copy, 35 copy, 40 copy, 50 copy. And then your Lee limited version, your Linsner limited version, and your Perillo premium version. 7 copy FOC incentive by Yoon, and then your 11 copy incentive Perillo black and white version. 15 copy incentive by Yoon. And then we're on to Vampirilla number 23, cover A. And there's your Perillo cover A. Cover B. Shannon Mayer on the cover C. Warren Lau. Yeah. I think that might actually be, part of their angle there, Free Energy. I'm not really sure, but I think it's working for them. But anyway, here's your other cosplay. And then here is your 10 copy incentive by Perillo. And then here is your 20 copy incentive. And then your 25 copy incentive. And then your 30 copy incentive. 40 copy. Perillo black and white. Perillo limited version. Mastrazo limited version. Mare limited version. O premium. P premium. 7 copy. 11 copy. 15 copy. And then your 21 copy incentive by Mare. Black and white. Oof. IDW. Giving us TMNT ongoing number 120 with your cover A. There's your Eastman variant, cover B. And your TMNT ongoing 120 cover C. Transformers Beast Wars number 7. Beast Wars cover B. And then your 10 copy incentive. Transformers Shattered Glass number 1 of 5. There's your cover A. Here is your cover B by Dan Kana. And then here is your 10 copy incentive by Sarah Petrie de Rocher. Usagi Yojimbo, Dragon Below Conspiracy number 3 of 6. And that's going to wrap it up for IDW. And I thought I put my phone on completely silent. I just put it on vibrate, so it's now rattling my desk. Oh, Fuzzy Dunlop, 5 a.m. for you, but 11:58 p.m. for us over here. Thanks for joining in the live chat. Marvel Man 616, good to have you joining, just getting on, and thank you for the motivation to keep up the great work. Chew number 7. Department of Truth number 12, cover A. Department of Truth number 12, cover B. Department of Truth number 12, cover C. Die number 19, cover A. Cover B by Frisian, never disappoints. Ice Cream Man number 25. Now here's going to be the true test. There are so many exclusives for this book that it's honestly kind of saturated the market. So there should be no shortage of Ice Cream Man 25 out there. So even if there is a first appearance in the book, there's probably not going to be any real long-term spec value to it. Just being honest, just because of how many books were printed and how many stores did an exclusive. We were almost through one full big cup of coffee. So I'm zooming, everybody. Ice Cream Man number 25. There's your cover B by Thurgood. And then here's your cover C. Your cover D. Your wraparound anniversary variant, which is pretty cool, right? And then we're on to Philadelphia, number 16. But everybody, James O'Barr doing a cover for Philadelphia. I know this one probably caught a bunch of you guys by surprise. So if you're not following me on the secret variant when I go over all the stuff that's on FOC, and if you're not following, other things that I talk about, other places I talk about books, like with Lucas on Drunken Chat, or even on Spine Ticks when we talk about these things, you guys just you might need to bookmark some of those places and make sure that you catch me somewhere. And if not catching me here on my own channel, I appreciate you trying, because this is one of those books that I think all the Philadelphia books have had a B cover by a very good artist. There's been McFarlane's, there's been Campbell's, and now an O'Barr. Yeah. So good stuff there for you guys who are in the artistic side of collecting. And if you're chasing after certain artists, well, he does not do art very often. So when an O-Bar piece drops, a lot of people do spring for it. King Spawn #1, cover A. And then King Spawn #1, cover B by McFarlane. So this is basically your 1 in 1,000 cover unsigned with a black background. Your Finch variant, also pretty amazing. And then your Sean Murphy variant, also pretty amazing. Your cover E by Capullo. And then here's your cover F by Booth. And then your cover G by Donnie Cates. So who went for the Cates variant? There's your 50 copy incentive by Capullo. And then here is your 1 in 250 copy incentive by McFarlane. One of my local LCSs did end up getting one, and they were going to auction it off through their weekly auction. So I wonder how it did. And of course, they said that if it did really, really well, that they were going to salt the order with some of the other A covers, the B covers, C covers, all the way up to the 1 in 50 and see, if they, got what they needed for it. So that's an amazing way to move the book. So congratulations to them if they did move it. Made in Korea #4 of a 6-issue miniseries. Mother of Madness #2, cover A. Mother of Madness #2 by Lotte. And then here is your cover C by Ferris. Mother of Madness #2, cover D, your 10 copy incentive. And then your 25 copy incentive by Ratcliffe. Your 50 copy by Lotte. Your 100 copy by Levette. Oblivion Song, which was also in the news just recently for being finally having a major name attached to it. So we knew this was optioned like way back when. The only problem is, who's going to star in it with him? Because if Jake Gyllenhaal is going to star in it, one of the brothers is going to have to. They're going to have to cast somebody else for his brother. So it's crazy. But you're looking for 2 books if you're going to spec on Oblivion Song's first appearance. There is that direct to retailers, not for resale edition that I was promised and never got because the guy who borrowed it before me took it and never brought it back. So one was promised to me, but I never got it. And then, of course, there's that pink variant on the issue #1. The signature is in pink. So be on the lookout for those, everybody. And good luck to you if you already have one. And if you hadn't procured one, I don't know if Wanda Comics has any left because he was liquidating his stash. I know that. You guys blew him out his stock the first time around. So Old Guard Tales Through Time #5 of 6. And then here is your Albuquerque variant for that one. Noctera #6. No, that's not. That's Old Guard Tales Through Time covered C. See, I was using an old slide and I failed to cover up. Saint Mercy #1 of 4, cover A by Rojo. And then here's your cover B by Parker. Summoner's War Legacy #5. And then Siphon #2. That Texas Blood #9. Vinyl #3. Yeah, Edwin, he's going to star in it, but if you know the story, you know that there's going to be a need for him to cast somebody else to go along with him. So, anyway, DC Comics, and we're almost through to Marvel, everybody. Action Comics dropping today, cover A, not so shabby, but the Tedesco on the cover B, wow. That's neat. This one's also pretty cool looking. Your Liam Sharp cover A, and then your Batman Reptilian cover B by Cully Hamner. And then your 1 in 25 incentive. Batman Superman cover A. And then here is your Kari Andrews cardstock variant. Checkmate #3. Here's your cover B. Batman Detective Comics 1042. Lee Bermejo cardstock variant cover. Harley Quinn #6, cover A. Harley Quinn #6, cover B. Derek Chew always kills it on those. And then Harley Quinn #6, cover C, your Federici cardstock variant, which is your movie Suicide Squad cover. So if you were ever going to go after a Michael Roker signature or Margot Robbie signature or the guy who played King Shark and then Sylvester Stallone, who I think voiced him, well, there's your opportunity. This is the perfect book to do it on. And of course, at least it's not a Harley book. That actually makes a little bit more sense than some of the other ones, but I'm not here to judge them for that. Icon and Rocket Season 1, Number 2. Yes, I am. Icon and Rocket Season 1, Number 2, Cover B. And then we have the Mr. Miracle, The Source of Freedom, Number 4 of your 6-issue miniseries. And then Number 4, that's your cardstock variant cover. Robin, Number 5, Cover A. Francis Manapul cardstock variant cover. Ruby, Justice League, Number 5. Cover B, Simone DeMeo. And then your Wilfredo Torres cover A of Superman 78 for all you Christopher Reeve Superman fans and Margot Robbie lovers. And Gene Hackman, too. I mean, let's be honest. But they're introducing Brainiac and Superman 78. I think that's pretty cool. And then cover B, here's your cardstock variant cover. And then the Superman 78, Number 1, 125, Wilfredo Torres design cardstock variant cover. Superman, Son of Kal-El, Number 2, Cover A. Superman, Son of Kal-El, Cover B, the Inyuk Lee cardstock variant. And I gotta say, Inyuk Lee normally does fantastic work. This is about as good as the story inside. And this is horrible. Superman, Son of Kal-El, Cover C. Superman versus Lobo, Number 1, Cover A. There's your Mirka Andolfo variant. Not a variant, I'm sorry. That is your Mirka Andolfo standard A cover. Which is amazing that she's doing the A cover on this one. But you know they had to get the Biz to do this one. So here's the Bisley. Simon Bisley. Drawn Lobo versus Superman, Cover B. Superman versus Lobo, Number 1, Cover C. And then here is your Philip Tan incentive variant. Wonder Woman Black, White, and Gold, Number 3. The Joshua Middleton variant. Man, you know, again, they removing him from the standard Wonder Woman series to put him over here is definitely not cool, man. I'm just saying, DC, it's not cool. Not cool. Anyway, Wonder Woman Black, White, and Gold, Number 3, 1 in 25 incentive. And then here is your Wonder Woman 778. And you know what? It wasn't in my box today, so I'm wondering they might have forgotten it. But the Wonder Woman number 778, the Becky Cloonan variant, is supposed to be in my pull list, and it was not there. Such a shame. Now we're at Marvel, everybody, and Alien number 6, and here we have the world's dumbest astronaut who's about to get wrecked so hard in fisticuffs versus the Alpha, and that little pistol he's got is not going to do nothing. Not only that, he is definitely within tail strike range, so he's... Everybody say, you know, your last respects to this spacewalk. And then here's a really cool looking one by La Rocca. I mean, let's be honest, this is a really wicked looking alien. Here's your U variant. And then here is the Anacleto variant. Okay. So with this one, this is a more humanoid alien species, as you can kind of tell. It's got more of a human face. Very interesting to see where they're taking this one, everybody. So if you're reading, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about what's going on in those pages. Amazing Fantasy number 2 of 5. And then here is your Andrews variant, which is really weird looking because it looks like very retro. Pretty sure that's the MTV astronaut. That's hilarious. Amazing Fantasy number 2 of 5 for the Mospera variant. And then here's your Peach Momoko variant. And then Amazing Spider-Man number 72 for the Sinister War tie-in. And there we have Kindred over Spider-Man's body. And then, of course, here we have Amazing Spider-Man number 72, the Handbook variant. The Inyuk Lee Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month variant cover. This one was your open order. This is your Gomez 1 in 25 variant. And then this is your 1 in 50 incentive virgin variant of the open order NCBD one. That's a hitter. I mean, it really is a heater. It really, really is. But they're not selling. Let's just be honest. They're not selling as well because a lot of people pre-ordered. Like, I think the Psylocke round, the first round of books was probably the only rare low-ordered one. And then everybody's like, oh, wow, these are fire. Maybe we should order them. Unless you got somebody who's really hip to the game and they're watching my FOCs. Which you never know. I hear we gain ground in Australia. So shout out to Raider Bear, who's going to be listening to me on the rewind tomorrow probably. Avengers Annual number 1, Infinite Destinies. And did you guys get this one today? Avengers Annual number 1, Ron Lim connecting variant. There is your Charest variant, and we might talk about that one a little later. We might. So the Black Widow number 10, Black Widow number 10 Brooks variant, and then the NetEase Marvel Games variant. Cable Reloaded number 1. And this is the tie-in to the Final Annihilation. Hey, Empire, I think that connecting variant actually is the Gomez 1 in 25 incentive. Because it looks like they are connecting to some of the other covers I just got. Or, yeah, Sinister War has the Bagley ones for sure. But Cable Reloaded number 1 with the Liefeld variant. You guys know your boy picked that one up today. Conan the Barbarian number 24. And then Conan the Barbarian and the De La Torre variant. And this one is an amazing piece of art. Darkhawk number 1. Volume 2, everybody. Darkhawk number 1. We got the Ron Lim variant. We got the U variant. And we got the 1 in 25 incentive. And then we've got the Laraz design variant, which I think is also a 1 in 50. And then we got this Deodato Hidden Gem 1 in 50 as well. So let's back it up for a second. So the Deodato variant is actually the old armor. This is your new armor, your updated armor. So if you're after that, I got to give a shout out to Pepe Laraz. That's killer looking, right? I mean, all the incentives are good looking. Let's just be honest. Extreme Carnage number 1, and this is your Riot. And again, they are all holding the heads of all of the guys who were on that team of enforcers trying to hold them down. And then here, what kind of trouble are you up to today, Venom? I'm not Venom. I'm Riot. How are you not Venom? And it's true. Like, how are you not Venom? Because you look a lot like Venom. But we know he's not. Because here's Extreme Carnage, Riot number 1, Johnson connecting variant. That clearly says his name is Riot. And then the one that was labeled as the Bagley design variant is not the Bagley design variant at all. It's actually a David Nakayama one. And yeah, my LCS had a metric ton of Darkhawk, but it's a meme stock. So you guys know that just like Dogecoin, people are going to pump it. Oh yeah, and let's talk about these. The Extreme Carnage or Symbiote variants, the 1 in 50s, these are all selling about half ratio. Marvel's Voices Identity number 1. And Marvel's Voices Identity number 1, the NCBD open order variant cover with the trade dress. And it's a minimal trade dress, so it's not like really all that intrusive on the artwork. I can understand some people being like, oh, I want the Virgin just because it's obviously doesn't have any of it on the front. But it is what it is. Marvel's Voices number 1, the Ahmed variant. And then here is your Rian Gonzalez Jubilee variant to go paired with your Rian Gonzalez Rogue number 1 from X-Men, as well as the other store exclusive that you did for that one. The Momoko Nico Minoru variant cover. The Philip Tan variant, which honestly, they should have made this one a virgin and had it as like a 1 in 100. This one would have definitely been. It would have been, an incentive that people probably would have went for more so than a 1 in 25. Like, look, don't get me wrong. This at a 1 in 50 virgin would have been great. This one at a 1 in 50 virgin, okay, it's what it was. But having the Philip Tan one with a virgin at a 1 in 100 would have been amazing. So this is one of those crazy books, everybody. This was a book that was supposed to come out initially for June 30th. It was pushed back a whole month. So it was originally solicited way back when too. And of course, there's your Baron Zemo on the cover. And then here is your Peach Momoko variant cover. So Dave Collects, if you got that Momoko variant, let me know. You're in the live chat. Spider-Man Life Story Annual number 1. Spider-Man Life Story Annual number 1, the Bagley variant. Spider-Man Life Story Annual number 1, the John Romita Jr. variant. And then we are on to Star Wars Darth Vader number 15, which continues on with your War of the Bounty Hunters, which does have the Ochi of Bastoon on the cover here, everybody. So everybody remember Ochi Bastoon? Star Wars Darth Vader number 15, the Lucasfilm 50th anniversary variant, which is pretty cool because, of course, it's got Darth Maul on a Darth Vader book with Emperor Palpatine. This one's pretty cool, too. These wanted posters by David Nakayama seem to be hits. And then, of course, we've got Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 13, which is her tie into War of the Bounty Hunters. The Sprouse Lucasfilm 50th anniversary variant actually had this gold border with Boba Fett and Jango Fett. Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 13, the wanted poster by Nakayama, which, of course, was Dr. Aphra. And then Strange Academy number 12. Strange Academy number 12, Art Adams character Spotlight variant. Symbiote Spider-Man Crossroads number 2. There is your Baldion variant cover, everybody. So this is something we're going to talk about. Thor 16, your NetEase Marvel Games variant for Marvel Duel. And then here's your Peach Momoko anime variant. And the Liefeld Deadpool 30th anniversary variant. And then your Nick Klein 1 in 25 incentive homage cover. United States Captain America number 3 of 5. The Captain America of the Kickapoo tribe, and that is your Cutler design variant. And then here's your Jeffrey Vareggi variant, rounding out for that one. And then we're on to Winter Guard number 1 of 4. And then here is your Lashley variant cover. Todd Nauk headshot variant. Your incentive variant for Winter Guard number 1. Wolverine number 15. Wolverine number 15, the Open Northern Yuk Lee Asian American Pacific Islander homage variant or heritage variant cover. And then I gotta say, this one looks realistic as all get out. I mean, just the material of her jacket, her uniform, the snaps, and all the clasps and stuff. I think it's amazing. I think he does such good stuff there. Wolverine number 15 with the Zafino variant, also not too shabby. And then we've got the Inyuk Lee Virgin variant cover. And that's going to wrap it up for all of the new releases here today, everybody. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you picked up. And let's get into some of the other parts of the show. And this is where you guys like to come with me on a little journey called Let's Enter the Speculation Matrix, because we're going to talk about some things. So first up and foremost, the Raw Report. Time to update you guys on some news. So there's going to be some spoilerific things that we're going to talk about here. I hope you all are ready for some spoilerific things. So if you aren't ready for some spoilerific things, well, then, I'll give you the option to check out if you have to do so. I completely understand. First things first. Now, I'm going to try to keep the spoilers to a minimum, but we are going to talk about What If Episode 3. So, if you are not down with that, come back in... It's 12:19. Come back at 12:25. We should be long past that and many of the other spoilerific things. So, spoilers ahead, everybody. You've been forewarned. I'll give you guys a couple of seconds to check out. 5, 4, 3... 2, 1. All right. So, The Watcher opens up with a Season 1, Episode 3 of What If. What if the world lost its mightiest heroes? This was a very, very dark episode. But you know what? I don't want to spoil all of it for you. I want you guys to experience this one on your own. We're going to cover a couple of things. For one, yes, people get killed. Like, they start taking them out. The person who killed your brother also killed 2 of my people, according to Nick Fury. I promise that when I find your brother's killer, he promised them, but he's like, you have until the next rise of Midgar's son to deliver my brother's assassin. So, yeah, let's talk about this for a second, because Thor's dead. Somebody killed him. And the person who does it is really, really cool. I like how they did it because the person who does it is another MCU person, obviously. But again, it's a very, very dark episode, but it's one that I really think you guys should experience for yourself front to back before I go spoiling it terrifically for you. So I'm only spoiling it for just a little tiny bit. So you definitely need to check that stuff out, everybody. If you have not watched this episode of What If, go and do so, and then leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. And let's talk more about some of these other things going on, some of the other happenings. So some of the other happenings that happened in the news this week, we've got a couple of things to talk about. Shuri is injured. So reports of her being replaced, premature. Reports of her being injured, accurate. So, Black Panther star Letitia Wright was hospitalized. Minor injury is what they're saying. Minor injury on the set of Wakanda Forever. Now, if she's on the set of Wakanda Forever, and the rumors that we've just heard about her becoming Black Panther are more and more true, well, I would tell you guys, really should be focusing on some of her books. Now, there's a lot of people who, of course, who are trying to make debates about what her first appearance is now. It seems to be like the revisiting of these things. Who knows? Maybe Ultra will revisit some of those previous appearances for you. Armageddon, again, man, that's the third time this week. So aren't you guys sick of Armageddon? I hope not, because the CW reveals the details for the Flash event called Armageddon, which is going to be another one of the CW crossover events. Well, Armageddon's coming, everybody. So make sure, if you are a fan of the CW, that you do bookmark your Hulu or whatever it is it takes into watching that stuff nowadays. Now, this is sad news because we kind of thought it was going to happen. We knew it was going to get pushed. We didn't think it was going to be pushed back until 2022. But yeah, Let There Be Carnage was reportedly pushed back until 2022. So we're not going to get it, even though there's only 3.5 or 3 months, a little over 3 months left in the year. So, and I don't want to scare you guys that New Year's Eve is just 2022 is so close right now. It is 12:22 a.m. and 2022 is firmly upon us. So let me know what you think about that news of There Might Be Carnage being delayed, because I know that kind of stinks. Some people were really looking forward to that one. And of course, if you do see anything newsworthy while you're out there trolling on Twitter, go ahead and tag me in a newsworthy post at Ultra Maximus X. And then, of course, if you do see anything out there while you're posting your daily IG stuff or anything like that on IG or Twitter, you can find me at Ultra Maximus, and make sure you tag me in those as well, everybody. And I appreciate all of the tags in the news. Now let's get into the Raw Report read pile, where I give you the breakdown of some of the books that came out today, and maybe some of the previous releases once I actually get around to reading all the books in the read pile. I have an extensive read pile, everybody, and I know that I promise a lot. I overpromise and I underdeliver on giving you guys these reviews, but with all the other content I'm giving you, I hope you can find it in your hearts and forgive me. But nonetheless, what we have here today is some exceptional reads. And these reads entail this Avengers book. So if you weren't paying attention, Multitude is his name. Multitude is a synthesoid just like Vision. This book is probably going to see a bit of a correction. So, as previously reported on the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser, the Prince of Power debuted in the Donny Cates. Oh no, I think it's the one after Donny Cates. I'm sorry. Or is it the Donny Cates run? No, it's the one after Donny Cates. It's Guardians of the Galaxy number 3. I know that for a fact. So we know we're looking for a Guardians of the Galaxy number 3. The Ron Lim variant is the one that has Prince of Power on the cover. Star, obviously, in Captain Marvel number 8, has a 1 in 25, has a second printing, a third printing, but it also has that secret Carnageized variant, which I think is extremely rare compared to some of those other books. So make sure you guys are on the hunt for some of those. And then over time, of course, Infinity Wars Infinity has no variants, and that's his first appearance. Quantum first appeared in Miles Morales Spider-Man number 7. So we have all these first appearances, and now the only one we have left is the Mind Stone. So let's see what's going on. I hope you guys are following on that one. If you aren't following on that one, maybe it's time to get on that Infinite Destinies and catch up with all of the living incarnations of the Infinity Stones. And then here is Greg Land giving us Symbiote Spider-Man Crossroads number 2. Now, the A cover, not too shabby, black hat cover, everybody likes that. This one right here, variant cover, everybody. Inside, we get the first appearance of this lady. She acts like a Karen, but her name is Claren. And her first appearance is way back in Thor number 107, but she was actually killed off in the mainstream 616 continuity in Thor number 700. So, reasons why this book is intense. Peter gets a power-up with the Venom suit. So the symbiote suit gives Peter power-up, literally turning him into Venom to fight the Hulk. I'm sorry, but there was no indication of there being a Hulk versus Venom fight on the exterior of this book. So that made sure nobody knew that this was going to go down on the inside. And it is amazing how powerful this Crossroads series is making that Spider-Man. So something's definitely up. All right, so next is the Black Widow, and this is, of course, her Legacy number 50. So Marvel Nettie's variant in the center there, and then, of course, your Mark Brooks variant on the right. All three of them great because you got Adam Hughes doing the regular covers. I mean, that's insanity right there. But this one right here is good stuff. So there's a little bit of a team up in here between all the Widow characters, and of course Hawkeye shows up, and I'm not going to get into what's going on with the villain in there, but you can kind of figure that one out. This one, Nonstop Spider-Man number 4, because of its extreme delays, had to have something good in it, and of course it does. It has the debut of a character named Wolf with an umlaut, and tut, it is Wolf. Mind the umlaut. He's very sensitive about the umlaut. And this is coming straight from Baron Zemo. So I try to do a Zemo impersonation, but I'm German, not Sokovian, so I can't really pull that one off. The Mighty Thor, well, it's actually not very mighty. This is just the self-titled Thor, the cosmic-powered one. I like the Marvel Dual variant, but also take a look at the armor that he's wearing there. That one's actually made some appearances other places before. That's Thor's battle armor. And it's all about the armor in this one. So while this one doesn't really have any insane reasons for spec value, it does have Freya in her Hawk armor, which is kind of cool. Oh yeah, and the fact that she's carrying a massive sword, and Angela's with her too. So lots of good stuff going down inside the book story-wise, but there wasn't any major first appearances in here. If you're going to count her Freya armor as a major first appearance, then we need to see a correction on Thor's armor as well. Just saying that Mighty Thor number like 380 or whatever it is needs to have a little bit of a correction. And of course, when you have a dress with a slit leg like that and some red-headed kryptonite, I am going to look inside to see what's going on inside the book. And inside of this book was a bunch of craziness. So basically, the dude on the left down there with the green mohawk is a cybernetically enhanced bouncer at this bar club, and then the guy with the cybernetic red eye is basically kind of like your detective. He's going looking for things. The girl disappears, and they go to look for her, and then they stumble upon this dude who's basically got himself a nice little clone facility. There's a lot more to that story, and I really, really recommend you pick it up and read it. It is actually a pretty good read. Next up, Cable Reloaded, everybody. So, of course, after the finale that left Kid Cable a permanent piece of Cable continuity, and the possibility to always make a return in the future. Anytime Cable needs a partner, he can always go and summon a younger version of himself, which is insane to think about. He can honestly assemble an army if he really wanted to, but Cable is one of the most OP mutants in all of the X-Force genre. And of course, all those pouches, he's got bullets. He says so in the issue. But this issue also had the first appearance of something. So he does have a team, because of course Cable could use himself as a team, but he prefers to hang out with a bunch of mutants. Now, the most surprising, obviously, on this team is going to be Cora of the Burning Heart, considering she's a very new character appearing in Sword. And then, of course, some of the characters from Sword, like WizKid, he comes over to join them as well. But X-Force is taken, I hear. Welcome to the all-new X-Terminators, everybody. So being the fact that Cable exterminated himself and now he's got a team called Exterminators, a little bit of irony. A little bit of irony, honestly. But this is a pretty cool lineup. So we got Cannonball, we got Boom Boom, WizKid, Cora of the Burning Heart, and Lila Cheney. So again, Cora of the Burning Heart made her first appearance back in Sword number 5. It does actually have I believe it was a 1 in 50 incentive ratio. So such a good I love the Sword series. And look, you guys know I'm a hardcore X I read all the X books because I'm into them all. But it doesn't mean I'm not reading DC too. I really tried to spice this one up and really read a bunch of other stuff. But here we go, everybody. The Rumble of the Robins went down in issue number 5 of the Damian Wayne title. So, in the guts, we did, of course, have them all claiming Damian stopped. So we get to see, you know, Spoiler and Tim Drake and of course, Red Hood. And a lot of stuff goes down in the issue. And again, I'm going to spoil you, but I'm not going to super spoil you, which means you can still read the book and find out a couple of really cool details. But on this rooftop race that they get into, Damian's trying to leave and get back to the tournament that he has escaped from. They basically think he's dead on the island, but he's actually escaped. Now, he gets into it with Red Hood. And those batarangs were warning shots, kid. Don't make me trank you. So apparently Red Hood's not using bullets anymore. He's using tranquilizers. And he goes, everyone acts like you're so cool because you're the Robin who died. But who hasn't died? And Damian's not wrong. I mean, he just had his heart cut out of him by that Livewire chick. And so... you know, he goes, I loved your help, you know, help you catch up, but I love my crowbar and my other cape. That's a low blow from Damian. So he's again taking the crowbar jokes, you know, to another level. You're trying to make me angry, so my aim is off. And he goes, no, I've watched you for years, Jason. Grayson is the most experienced. Tim is out of earshot. So I'll say this, Tim is probably the smartest. Spoiler is the bravest, but you're the most emotional. And he gives him a hug. And this catches Jason off guard. And if anybody is watching what's going on with Titans, the series on DC Universe, you probably know that Jason is definitely the most emotional. But this is an opening for Damian, and Damian uses it. Had to be done, Jason. Sorry, you know, electrocutes the crap out of him. But this is probably the best page in the issue. So as you guys know, you've heard me talk about it before. I thought the team up between Dick Grayson as Batman and Damian Wayne as Robin was probably one of the best. That Batman and Robin series is cool. Let's just be honest. You know, so he goes, you caught me. He's like, you didn't. But there's an exchange that happens with them. I don't want to spoil it for you because if you're following the Batman run, you know exactly. There's a little bit of, you know, stress between these two guys over Alfred. So read the issue. You're going to love what actually goes down. And then, you know, he puts his hand on him. And again, they were on a rooftop race to catch him. And he goes, you caught me. And he goes, no, I didn't. And he winks at him and he takes off. And Damian gets back to the tournament. But you really got to read what else is going on in there. It's actually shaped up to be a pretty good read, being 5 issues in. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys are reading as well. Here we go, everybody. So this was the alien battle that I gave you guys to discuss, the variant battle of the week. This was supposed to be Alien number 6, the 1 in 25, versus Symbiote Spider-Man Crossroads number 2, 1 in 25. And which of the two would you rather have in your collection? Well, here we are at release day, and I have to say, man, I got to say it to the Symbiote Spider-Man Crossroads, you guys definitely killed it. I think that's the one. And if you are in agreement with me, live chat, let me know which one of those two books would you pick. And then for next week, I'm going to give you guys a 1 in 100 versus a 1 in 50. Why? Because the 1 in 50 definitely has a little bit of an advantage on it being a Ryan Stegman book. And then, of course, check out the arms on the Unmaker. Now, I want you guys to remember the shape of those arms. And I want you to remember the powers that this guy has, because I really think Thanos has the Celestials' powers. All right? Just hear me out. I think Thanos in Thor gets that Celestial's powers. So I'm going to be reading the Dark Ages just to kind of check out what's going on with it. And then, so for the rest of you guys, what would you think here? Okay, so we got people starting to roll in. He was talking about Dark Ages on this one. But Demon Days Cursed Web number 1 has a 1 in 100 Frisian Virgin. You can also get an open order one if you really want the art, but that's the only way to get the Stegman one there. So you guys have a week to stew about it. Let me know what you think. We'll catch up next week when we review the variant battle next week. Now let's get back into more Spec Matrix. Let's talk about the heat of the week, everybody. So we got a lot of books to talk about this week. This one was just really, really cool. And of course, it's a shot at the quarantine some of the people are in. So Nostalgia, pretty cool, I think. Gung Ho Anger's 30 copy incentive. I don't think anybody's ordering 30 copies of this book. And if it is any good, cool. But the Atari shirt's probably going to get a couple people wanting to collect it. Silver City number 4. We Live number 4 has got a second print that came out today, and We Live is still shaping up to be insane. Beyond the Furthest Star, cover C. This is the Warriors of Xandar. I'm really wondering what's in the guts of that one. I might actually have to read this one. And then, of course, it's Edgar Rice Burroughs' universe. Techno Freak number 1, everybody, and I kind of know a freak when I see one. Steam Wars coloring book. Resistance Uprising number 5. Fathom reprint edition number 1, cover A. Lady Death Abandoned Hope commemorative set. Action Tank number 1. And I'm really intrigued by this book just by the cover alone, so that's why I put it on the list. Of course, Shannon Mare fans are going to love The Cult of Dracula and probably be picking this one up. Runes number 2. Again, Source Point Press doesn't have a huge sales total, so if any of these indies were to hit with a successful story, man. But I'm kind of interested in the runes thing. You guys know I like Norse and mythology and things like that. It's kind of one of my hobbies. Suicide Jockeys number 1, and again, I called you out if you're a Roadhouse fan and you don't have this one. Ninjak, the pre-order variant. Barbaric number 3. So your cover A and your black bag variant cover. I'm dying to know what this one looks like, but I think just because of the sheer lack of availability, people probably not knowing what's in it, they probably didn't order too much of them. Dark Blood number 1 going a 3rd print, which is pretty wild. I wonder how that's doing. Dark Blood number 2, 10 copy. Dark Blood number 2, 25 copy incentive. Dune, 25 copy incentive. And then your 50 copy by Christian Ward. Firefly cover D. And your cover C. Your 25 copy incentive for Good Luck number 3. Are your stores even ordering 25 of this book? I know they're probably ordering 25 of this one, but how many of these did they order? 1? Maybe 2? How many subs does your store really have for Something Is Killing the Children? Norse Mythology 2, number 3, cover 3, cover B by Mac. Vampirilla number 23, cover A by Perillo. Warren Lau, Vampirilla 23. Vampirilla 23, 30 copy Warren Lau incentive. Vampirilla limited version cover by Perillo. And then your Mastrazo. And then your Shannon Mare. TMNT 120 cover C. Transformers number 7. And then we got Shatterglass number 1. Shatterglass number 1 cover B. And then we got a cover C, 10 copy incentive. This was a pretty cool read. If you guys are Transformers fans, you probably don't want to miss this one. Department of Truth number 12 cover A. Department of Truth number 12 cover B. Department of Truth number 12 cover C. Philadelphia number 16, the James O'Barr. The King Spawn number 1, cover A by Lee. The cover B by McFarlane. Cover C by Finch. Cover D by Murphy. Cover E by Capullo. Cover F by Booth. Cover G by Cates. 50 copy, and then your 1 and 250, obviously. And I put them all in here because they were selling like crazy. Like, people were coming into the store today that I was at, and I was just waiting for them to get their registers up and running. But no, this was crazy. Mother of Madness number 2, cover F. That's your 50 copy. And then you got your 100 copy. Oblivion Song by Kirkman, cover... There's no variants for that one, sorry. Vinyl number 3, and then it's a Desco for Action Comics. Again, this was just a fantastic looking cover. Batman Reptilian, cover B, Cully Hamner, and then the 1 in 25. Oh boy, I got news coming through my phone. Batman Reptilian number 3 of 6 with a 1 in 25 incentive. And then we got the cover A by the Alex Malev. Cover B by Matt Taylor. 1042 from a Detective comic, got the Bermejo cardstock variant. The Derek Chew cardstock variant for Harley number 6. Mr. Miracle, the Source of Freedom number 4 of 6. And there's your cover B. And then, like I said earlier, with the Robin number 5, cover A and cover B, both fantastic reads. Superman 78, the 1 in 25 incentive, and that Christopher Reeve smirk in the background is perfect. Superman vs. Lobo number 1, cover A by Mirka Andolfo. The Biz. And the Tan. Wonder Woman Black, White, and Gold with the Middleton variant. And then your 1 in 25 incentive. Both of them are fire covers. And the Becky Cloonan variant. Stick around for the FOC stuff because we're going to take a look at a Cloonan variant that just closed on FOC. Alien number 6. Again, this is the Leroy Jenkins variant, if there ever was a Leroy Jenkins variant, because he's straight up Leroy Jenkins on that guy. I like all the variant covers, just because that Alpha variant, or that Alpha Alien, they're calling him the Alpha, is one, limited covers for him already. But this one right here, this is wicked. It's like a new Hive Queen or something. Amazing Fantasy number 2 of 5, your Masafera variant. Your Amazing Spider-Man 1 in 50 Inyuk Lee. The Gomez variant for Sinister War. Oh, there's the 1 in 50. I'm sorry, the other one was the trade dress. Avengers Annual number 1, the Travis Terrest Infinite Destinies variant. Black Widow number 10, aka 50. Black Widow number 10. And then here's your Netties. Cable Reloaded. I loaded both covers. The Barbarian variant just because it's wicked. Well, all right, again, Darkhawk is a meme stock. I put them all on here. You guys should be able to do really well on these as far as getting them in below ratio. It is the first appearance of the new Darkhawk kid. So if there is any adaptation of him and it's not Chris Powell going forward, you never know. That may impact the value of that book. Extreme Carnage Riot number 1, the Scotty Young variant, the Johnson variant, and then the Symbiote 1 in 50. The Inyuk Lee Marvel Voices Identity variant, Open Order, the Gonzalez one that goes along with it, the 1 in 25 Tannen variant, your 1 in 50, your other 1 in 50. Again, Nonstop Spider-Man is the first appearance of the guy called the Wolf with an umlaut. Star Wars Darth Vader number 15, always a good pickup, no matter the cover, but these covers specifically, because this one again is a mall cover, and then of course the curve for David Nakayama. Oh, so here we go with the Dr. Aphra 13s, and that one right there. Probably one of the better Wand posters of the set, but let me know, are you picking those up? Art Adams continuing to deliver with the Strange Academy number 12, Character Spotlight variant. Symbiote Spider-Man Crossroads number 12. The Thor number 16 NetEase Marvel Games variant. And then the Thor number 16 Klein variant cover. Captain America, United States Captain America, the Varegi variant. And then your incentive variant for Winter Guard. I'm wondering what's going to happen with them and where the story's focused on, but of course it's a 4-issue miniseries, so we should probably let that thing play out to see where it goes. Wolverine 15 with the Origin. Listen, it's not the first appearance of Blackmore. His first appearance was definitely in the last issue. This issue is basically the origin of Solemn. Pretty cool read. I didn't have time to add it to the repile today in order to be able to give you guys guts on it. But Wolverine number 15, of course, with all these other variant covers. This one right here, again, Inyuk Lee doing one of his best. The Zafino's not too shabby. But this right here, 1 in 50 incentive, is crazy. I hope they come down to half ratio or better. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. And, of course, don't forget to tune into this show called The Secret Variant. The next episode is going to be going on Sunday, where you can catch all of those books before they go on final order cutoff to make sure you don't miss them for a new Wednesday. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss these wonderful episodes, because we're doing other things here. The Speculation Matrix, of course, is where I share this on Mel's channel, which is Mighty Mel V. So make sure you're subscribed to him, because Friday evenings, aka Saturday mornings, depending on your time zone. So let's just say Saturday, 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is when you're going to want to tune in there. Don't forget to check out all the other featured channels on this channel. So we got Spine Ticks, we got Team Nerd Herd, Mighty Mel V, Comic Crusaders, and then of course Newbie Comics, Nearing Nerdvana, The Ninth Wonder, and Hood Rat Comics. Make sure you guys are subscribed up to all my friends and go check them out. And then of course welcome everybody to the next episode of this Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser next week. So hope to see you all there. Tune in for the next episode of the Raw Report that I drop every now and then, because, you know, this one's actually supposed to be something where I do new pickups and mail drops. And if you like that kind of thing, that's definitely your show. There's a couple other videos I can highly recommend. That would be the second printing variant list right here from the Marvel Legacy books. And then, of course, the Marvel Hip Hop variant Platinum list. Make sure you're liking and sharing those videos, as well as just you know, telling people about them. Leave me comments below and let's talk about some of the books and those things, because some of them got some crazy books. But this section right here, everybody, is the final segment of the evening. I just want to let you know I salute you for telling me that my show is banging there. Free energy. I appreciate that. Ghosts of Monday is the FOC review, where we take a look back at all the books that just closed. And again, like I said, if you wanted to catch them live, you can catch the secret variant when it goes live on this channel. So let's take a look at these. And my mistake, everybody, because I thought I had it on the list, but it was removed from my show. The Maria Levette's Porcelain number 2. Yeah, this cover right here, being a Harley Quinn swipe, is definitely on a lot of people's radar. It's cover D, and of course, it's open order, right? So here is your Sabine Rich Virgin variant, which is not too shabby. And then you have your 20 copy incentive variant. So make sure you're checking those out if that's your thing. Maria Levette's Porcelain number 2 gets a 30 copy incentive as well. Now, Frank Cho debuted the spoilerific preview art for Fight Girls number 3. I'm sorry, for Fight Girls number 5's final cover, where he just did a black circle, so you can't see the number, can't see the face of your final person. But Fight Girls number 3 is going to be hitting stores in approximately 3 weeks, and here is your cover. Only cover. There's no variants to this book whatsoever, as far as I know. As I don't know about store exclusives. I know there was a few for number 1, but I'm wondering about issue 2, 2 through 5. Moths seems to be another AWA Upshot book that people are really liking. I heard a lot of people talking about it. Redshift number 3 of 6, of course, has got this wonderful 2001 Space Odyssey swipe. Ninjak cover C, which is your pre-order. I think there was an incentive, and if there's not an incentive, then disregard that one. But Possessive number 2, which has been on FSC a bunch of times, but this guy basically is having an affair with a necrotic demon. You know, unhappy marriages sometimes lead men to do stupid things, and that's probably one of the dumbest. But you know, whatever. That's his bag. You know, whatever. Berserker, number 5 of 12. Here's your 25 copy, your 50 copy. And they also had, I think, 1 in 150 or something. They had a really high ratio for that one. So if you're after the high ratios, don't forget to put those down for your order, or request them, because they're actually already closed on FOC. And then we have Eat the Rich number 1, second printing. And then Firefly Run River Run, 10 copy. So here's where they get them backwards. They say this one was your unlockable Gorham. Well, that looks like the Gorham art right there, but they say it's 25 copy incentive for Christian Ward, and that one looks more like your Christian Ward artwork. So what they're going to do here is they're going to switch them something. They're either switching the ratios or they're going to switch the covers. So this is either your 25 copy, or they're going to keep this one as a 10. And this one is either your 10 copy or they're going to leave it as a 25. But that's your unlockable. Maw number 1 giving you this cover C. Here's your 10 copy, your 25 copy, and then your unlockable variant. Power Rangers by Perel. Yeah, that's right. 15 copy, FOC reveal version. And basically, I'm just showing you guys all the virginized covers from the Power Rangers series because they seem to be the most popular ones. The cover H unlockable, of course, by Rion Gonzalez. Save yourself number 4 of the 4-issue miniseries. Here's your 10 copy incentive, and then your 25 copy incentive by Gonzaga. The 10 copy incentive for 7 Secrets, number 12, and then the unlockable variant for 7 Secrets by Infante. 10 copy, win number 10, 25 copy incentive, and then here is your unlockable for Wind. Betty Page and the Curse of the Banshee, number 4. Your black bag variant. Your Lee premium variant. For 11 copy FOC variant. And then your 21 copy FOC incentive. Red Sonja, black, white, and red, number 3, cover A. Your cover G, 20 copy incentive. Your Perillo limited virgin. Your Vampyverse number 1, cover A. Oh, so let's talk about these real quick. So Vampyverse number 1, cover A by Adam Hughes. So pay attention, all of you Hughes fans, because I've got a lot of books for you here. Check this out. We've got your cover A. We got a 40 copy black and white incentive by Hughes. Then we've also got a Hughes Atlas signed edition, a Hughes premium metal variant cover. So that one's going to be probably a little bit on the extreme side. Hughes limited virgin, probably a little bit more attainable than some of the other ones, so at least you guys have a bunch of options on how to get your Adam Hughes fix. But Adam Hughes, a drop in fire right there. Vampyverse number 1, cover T, is your homage throwback variant, your FOC bonus variant. Your Bermuda number 3, cover 10 copy incentive, and then your 25 copy incentive. They didn't do a 50 copy on this one, which was weird, because they did trade dress on this one. Godzilla Rivals versus Mothra, cover B, is your 10 copy Varegi. Your 10 copy Sonic the Hedgehog for number 44. And then your 10 copy incentive for Star Trek Year 5. Just a cool retro poster. Major Issues, thanks for showing, buddy. I appreciate you coming by. High Republic, the Monster of Temple Peak. Lots of first appearances in there. Shout out to Sith Lordly. Transformers number 35, your 6-shot variant cover. And then Usagi Yojimbo, 22, cover A and cover B. Both outstanding. Stan Sakai still writing it, and of course doing the cover A. Deep Beyond number 8 by Mirka Indolfo. Primordial number 1. So we've got a New Image number 1 miniseries with a 6-issue series. And it's about the apes that were launched into space but never came back. And they did not die. So we see some weird stuff going to be happening here, everybody. I hope you all are ready for the start of the Planet of the Apes, because I think this is how it goes down. But cover E is your blank cover, and then you have a 25 copy incentive virgin, and then there was a 50 copy incentive raw virgin black and white. There was a 75 copy incentive with a moon footprint, and then here is your 100 copy incentive by Jeff Lemire. He's really putting you guys through the ringer on that one. But Time Before Time giving you a 20 copy incentive on issue number 5. I believe it's the final issue of the series, if I'm not mistaken. Batman 89 number 2, cover A, cover B, and then Super Sons number 6, cover B by Nick Bradshaw. Here is your Francesco Mattina cover from Deathstroke Incorporated. Geek Driven in the house. Thanks for tuning in to the end of the show, buddy. Hope you get the chance to watch the rewind. But thanks for stopping by nonetheless, sir. Hope you are well. Deathstroke Incorporated number 1 with another Adam Hughes cover on FOC this past Sunday. So make sure you guys, of course, get your names down for this one. But because of what they do here, there is a team variant cover where they have to order 250 copies of the previous 3 showed to you. So these 3 covers. So this cover C, this cover B, and then the cover A for that book. which I didn't show here on the FOC review. But if you order 250 copies total, you can then order as many of this Zafino variant as you want. It's an unlockable, basically a qualifier. Along the way, you're also going to be able to order your 1 in 25 incentive variants. So expect the Adam Hughes one to be probably a little bit more heavy ordered. But for you guys who are still speccing on Rose Besh, well, here's a Rose Besh cardstock variant cover, which hopefully, you know, I don't know. She's done another Future State Gotham cover, which I don't think was really well received. But, you know, what is going on with you guys with Rose Besh? Is she definitely on your pickup list? Leave me a comment below. Make sure you're keeping me updated on that one. Harley Quinn, the animated series, the Eat, Bang, Kill tour. Now, of course, we got to read this one digitally already. So if you haven't read the guts of this book and you want to know what's going on inside of it, you can take yourself to Comixology or any other Amazon apps or whatever it takes, DC Universe, and you can read this one digitally right now. Now, supposedly this one takes place in between the show, and I don't know if they're going to include this stuff into an animation fixture for the show. You may not actually have it. So keep that in mind, everybody. And if that's the case, then what we have here is just another situation where the only way to get this content is going to be in the printed form or in the digital form. And yeah, so with that being said, I also have been trying to keep an eye out. I think there are some store exclusives for that. So with there being store exclusives, that means they're going to get a ton of this B cover. Then they're also going to get a ton of this 125. Well, the store exclusives won't get a ton of the B cover, but I guess there's going to be other stores out there that probably are going to order it. But the 125 is going to be given to the stores who order a minimum. Their minimum, I believe, is either 25 or 3,500. You'll have to go back and look through my notes on that one. But that DC minimum is going to be there for anybody doing a store exclusive on this one. So don't fall victim and overpay for that incentive. The I Am Batman #1 cover A by Oliver Coipel. Your Greg Capullo cardstock variant cover. That's an amazing Greg Capullo cover. But this right here is an amazing Francesco Mattina cardstock variant cover. Oh, and then they're going to drop a 1 in 25 incentive for you as well. Oh, wait. Gabriel Del Otto doing a 250 copy minimum order. So, yes, of the previous covers I've shown you, the A cover, B cover, C cover, they can order a 250 copy minimum and order as many of this cover as they like. Ben Oliver. This is probably one of the best punchline covers to date. I say that without any reservation because that right there looks like it's probably one of the best Ben Oliver covers to date. Then there's this one right here too, which is your 125 Stogie variant, which is not too shabby either. Then Superman and the Authority, #3 of the 4-issue miniseries, and here is your Bengal cardstock. Titans United #7. I'm sorry. Titans United #1 of a 7-issue series, which is going to give you Jamal Campbell doing the cover A, the new cardstock variant, and then we have the 1 in 25 cardstock by Yoon. Now, forgive me if I'm noticing a bunch of the Titans that take place in the DCU show. And then here's that Becky Cloonan variant I was telling you all about. So Becky channeling her inner Jenny Frisian, but definitely still separating herself. And of course, on FOC as of Sunday or yesterday, or man, what day is it? It's Thursday now. So on FOC as of Monday, this Black Widow by Adam Hughes was the regular cover, but it also had this Miles variant. So expect there to be a little bit of a split on those. Eternals Thanos Rises #1. Of course, we were wondering when Thanos was going to come back. They've been teasing him in Thor, and as we read today, we got another teaser on him. But we're going to get, I guess, to see it here, where Eternals Thanos Rises. Extreme Carnage Agony, the Nakayama design variant, and then the Agony Symbiote variant. This right here is probably going to be the most popular of the Miles Morales variant covers. This got the most attention from most people, I think, just because the homage to Bruce Lee. And of course, if you tuned into the secret variant, I broke it down. Not only is this pretty cool that he's wearing, he's got the little Iron Man statue right there. So Tony Stark was wearing a T-shirt of Bruce Lee DJing and his party. So check that one out in Iron Man, everybody. It's really cool stuff. Kang the Conqueror number 2, both covers. Last Annihilation, Wakanda, and then check this out. M'Baku about to throw down. Man, what are they going to do with M'Baku here? Really wondering what's going on there. Marauders number 24. Russell Dauterman continues to deliver. And then, of course, the Cola variant, not too shabby. Mighty Valkyries number 5 of its 5-issue miniseries, and I recommend everybody probably wants to go back and pick up this series. Just for reasons. I'm reading it, and I can't wait to read issue 5, and I'll give you my my honest assumption after I get to read all 5 issues and let you know where I stand. But Mighty Valkyries number 5 of 5, and then we've got the NetEase Games variant here. Pretty cool looking too. Got Thor, Loki, and what appears to be Odin going up against Surtur. So, Spider-Woman number 15 with the Bengal Miles variant. This is your 10th anniversary Miles variant. Check him out wearing the sneakers and the classic Spider-Man colors. And then, of course, the Sprouse Lucasfilm variant. The Star Wars Bounty Hunters Bush variant by Noto. And then the Randolph variant. And then Web of Spider-Man, number 5 of 5. Going to wrap up that issue. All right. X-Men Trial of Magneto, number 2. The Perel variant, which is your 1 in 25. And check out Polaris on this one. And then the Stephanie Hans variant for X-Men Trial of Magneto, number 2 is going to wrap it up. That is going to do it for us this week. I want to thank each and every one of you guys in the live chat. You guys are some of the greatest people I could ever ask for to tune in live and interact with this show. And appreciate you guys and all the kind comments. And, of course, if there's anything else you guys would like me to cover, be sure to leave me a comment below. Make sure you smash that like button, and it is time to bid adieu. But you know what that means? It means we're just going to turn up the music, and I'm going to say once again, thank you again for tuning into the Wednesday Night Comic Book Presser. Don't forget to tune into the Secret variant coming up on Sunday. Don't forget to tune in to Drunken Chat on Friday, and Spine Ticks, of course, on Saturday. And of course, until then, have a great one.